Hurricane Michael slams southeastern U.S. Hurricane Michael is now making its way inland across the southeast. Hurricane Michael made landfall near Mexico Beach, Florida, early Wednesday afternoon. According to the Weather Channel, Michael had winds of up to 155 miles per hour when it hit the Florida Panhandle. The hurricane is now making its way inland and is centered approximately 20 miles southwest of Albany, Georgia, and has since been reduced to a Category 1 storm. According to the National Hurricane Center, Hurricane Michael continues to weaken as it crosses the southeastern U.S. and is expected to turn into a tropical storm by Thursday morning. CBS News reports nearly 370,000 people in Florida, Georgia, and Alabama are without power. Photos and videos of widespread destruction have also been shared on social media. Like disasters? Keep watching.
Where will all that water go? Hurricane Harvey has released 14 to 15 trillion gallons of water on top of Houston since last Friday. And although the storm has left the city, the catastrophic flooding continues. Despite being flat and prone to flooding, Houston lacks a high-tech drainage system and relies on slow-moving creeks or streams called bayous to empty its floodwaters. The city's 10 bayous typically flow from west to east before going through the Houston Ship Channel into Galveston Bay in the Gulf of Mexico. The Addicks and Barker reservoirs were built in the 1940s to help contain floodwater. But the Addicks has been pushed past capacity, and the Barker may soon overflow as well. Given the speed and volume of the rainfall, surface soils become saturated quickly and are soon too full to take in any more water. This is made more difficult by the less absorbent concrete and asphalt that cover the city. Water cannot evaporate quickly either, given Houston's humid climate. And with slowly receding floods already soaking through items and property, the damage may be long-lasting. No one currently knows how long it will take for the floods to drain completely, with experts estimating it could take anywhere from a few days to possibly even weeks.
Terrifying El Niño storms caused flooding chaos in Southern California. 3 El Niño-fueled storms have slammed into Southern California this week, drowning the arid state in floodwater and mud. And to make matters worse, one San Diego resident's beloved dog is the storm's first victim. The excess downpour has caused chaos on the roads, making them increasingly difficult to navigate, leaving some residents perhaps reconsidering their choice of vehicle. This dire scene in Ventura County has become all too familiar for many Southern California residents this past week, where flash flood warnings remain in effect. And if they leave their homes, it's scenes such as this that await them. The flooding is so bad in some parts that lifeguards were called in to rescue people from cars trapped in the mud and water. California is experiencing something this week that it hasn't experienced in a very, very long time: rivers and drains overflowing with water. Scenes such as this may become commonplace, with more downpours expected over the weekend and on Monday. And worse yet, between 2 and 3.5 inches of rain are expected to fall over the next 16 days. Do you live in Southern Cali? How's the downpour affecting you? Tell us your El Niño story below.
Torrential rainfalls causes major flooding in Chengdu. Chengdu city in China has been pounded by rain over the past week. With nothing but water everywhere, people were forced to find other ways to get around. Like this, for instance. According to the Communist Party, at least 25,000 people had to be relocated. A local newspaper reports schools were evacuated and roads were cut across the region. After days of storm, the sky finally cleared out on Tuesday morning. So now, they only have to worry about one thing: air pollution.
Brisbane's record-setting rainfall causes severe flooding, kills 3. The record for the most rain in a single day in the month of May has been broken on the first day of the month in Brisbane, Australia. Over 300 millimeters of rain has fallen, causing flash floods across the city of Brisbane and surrounding areas. Sidewalks and yards were flooded as rivers and streams overflowed into the streets. Cars were seen floating down flooded roads, and dozens of vehicles were stranded as water levels rose to dangerous heights. 3 people have been declared dead after their vehicle washed away, and over 800 requests for help have been made to the State Emergency Service, with the vast majority being related to vehicle or traffic accidents. Transportation issues have caused all trains in and out of the airport to be suspended and buses to be delayed. The rains and storm conditions are expected to last over the weekend. Government officials have urged citizens to stay indoors.
Dumbo to the rescue. 4 days of heavy rain in Nepal led to flash floods and landslides that resulted in at least 70 people dying. Around 600 tourists were also left stranded after the Rapti River overflowed south of Kathmandu. Luckily for them, the pachyderms of Chitwan National Park are on it. The park's elephants marched alongside tractor-trailers on Sunday to rescue some 300 stranded tourists. The gentle giants went back a second time on Monday, transporting the rest of the victims to safety. Chitwan National Park is home to more than 600 rhinos and elephants, and fared much better than another park in India's Assam state, which was also beset by floods. Kaziranga National Park has the world's largest population of endangered one-horned rhinos, but the animals had to be moved to higher ground after floods submerged nearly 90% of the park in water.